Yeah, Coach, I just wanted to ask you about kind of big picture. You had that ugly loss yesterday. You're down two seniors. I mean, what does that tell you about this team that they were able to turn around on 24 hours and put in this kind of performance?
Well, one, I mean, I've said this before. We have a no maintenance group. You know, it wasn't like we at the end of the game. You know, the sky's falling everywhere else, but our team was fine, and we have a high character group that likes one another. And, you know, to be quite honest with you, Trace needed to get lit up. I mean, he needed to get going. And we're not going to be where we need to be unless he plays at a really extremely high level. And he answered the bell today, you know, and I think I was proud of him. And just in general, though, I thought our guys, they didn't blink. We prepared in a very, you know, last night late, you know, up early in the morning. And I thought our guys did a great job of just kind of, you know, coming back. It means something to them right now to win. They like playing with one another. They like being around one another. It's an easy group to be around. And, you know, when you're in this type of situation in these tournaments, seen it 1,000 times, you get exposed to a lot of things you weren't ready for. And for our team, we got punched good in the mouth. And to be able to get back up and respond and get better and deal with it the way we did, you know, it shows that I think it's what you're going to need this type of season.
Archie, you mentioned Trace kind of needing to get lit up a little bit. Is that a situation where you have to say something to him, or does he know that what maybe how he played yesterday wasn't acceptable and he just kind of goes about his business on his own and turns it around after yesterday?
No, I mean, I think just in general, Trace, you know, to me, he's playing in a funk because maybe he's a little bit bothered by his offensive production or not being able to make a few easy ones that he missed. To me, he played a little down, almost worried about, you know, why he wasn't making some shots or playing well. And, you know, at the end of the day, I've always said this, what makes Trace special is he's got an incredible motor. And when he runs and rebounds and he plays, it just makes it so much easier. And, yeah, I mean, we needed to jumpstart him, and he knew that. And the good thing about Trace is he's extremely coachable. You're able to coach him hard. And I think, you know, being able to explain some things with our team last night, we needed that. I mean, it's very rarely, you know, that you're able to be exposed at this competition level this quick, you know, with really, even when you play in Maui in years past, you're going to get 3 or 4 in before you go. That's not the case this year. So all these teams that are here, I mean, this is the competition level on day one with no real testing of your lineups or what happens when guys get hurt or in foul trouble. I mean, this is, you know, really trial by error. So for us, it was an invaluable experience, and I'm really thankful that guys at Maui and Coach Odom and those guys were able to just fight their way through this and get this thing pulled off here in Asheville. It's been great.
Archie, you guys had Armand Franklin against Zaire, a top 5 guy coming in from the 2020 class. Armand outscores him, out rebounds him. Just your thoughts on the way Armand played the whole game today.
Phenomenal. Becoming one of the best defenders have. He's guarding bigger players, smaller players all over the floor. He's accountable right now. He's playing much tougher. And one of the things that I love about Armand right now is a year ago at this time, I was begging him to rebound. I was begging him to mix it up and get it dirty. And my man has, I think, 8 rebounds today, and he's averaged in this tournament, I'm almost positive that he's come up with 18 defensive rebounds at the guard spot for us. He's averaging 6 defensive rebounds. I mean, that's just a complete change in his makeup. So the more he focuses in on that, I asked him about 3 or 4 times if he needed a blow. Nope, I'm good. I don't need a blow. And, you know, to me, growing up, getting bigger, older, stronger, you know, he's a good player. And when he plays like that today, we're good.
I guess, Archie, what is it, to follow up on that, what does it say about his maybe responsibility, accountability, as well as obviously physical conditioning, that he can go 40 minutes in a game like this, that you can ask him to pick up a couple different matchups and you don't really ever need to pull him out?
Yeah, I mean, that's a you know, a drastic, you know, stark difference from a year ago at this time. You know, so I mean, he went through the battles. He's worked. Our most physically conditioned athlete. He can run all day, and he is our preseason, I think, you know, strength and conditioning award winner as a true freshman. He's in incredible shape, and now he's 12, 13 pounds heavier, so he's a year older. So I wasn't worried about his conditioning level. He's the guy every day that I worry about. What we just need from Armand is, you know, even in today's great game and after the game, his kind of stays the same. We'd like to see a little more motion out of him. and we'll try very hard to keep pulling that out of him. But I think he showed today, and in this tournament in general, how important he is to our team. Thank you.
Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. We have Coach Jared Haas with us today. We're going to begin with an opening statement from Coach and then lead into questions. Just as a reminder, please raise your hand virtually and wait to be unmuted before you go ahead and ask your question. All right, with that, Coach, would you like to lead us off?
Start with the intro. All right. Not our best today. We collectively, I think, didn't execute the game plan that we laid out. I think individually, myself included, didn't perform at our best tonight. And I do think the mistakes we made are fixable. I think there's reason for optimism, but I also know there's a lot of work ahead of us. We'll have to figure those things out.
Hey, Coach, I'm just curious, in terms of in the last 3 days, there's been a lot of success with the tournament. There's been no COVID cases, anything like that. Does it give you hope that something like the NCAA tournament will be able to happen for the success that you've seen this tournament have?
Yeah, I think there's always hope. I think realistically, there's a lot of concerns as well. I know there's a lot of people working on it, trying to find solutions. Trying to give opportunity and a path for everybody to get to that point. But if the question is there hope? I would say yes. And I think this tournament was run very, very well. I think they handled everything well and pulled it off. And I think that does give people hope, including myself.
Hey, Jared, it's Aaron Beard with the AP. Zaire had a great start to the tournament, well, to his college career since you hadn't played before you got here. Rougher day today. Kind of what do you hope he took away from these 3 days, this level of competition with no exhibition games like you normally would have in this situation for a freshman?
Yeah, everything right now is a learning opportunity. Before this tournament, obviously, we didn't have exhibitions or scrimmages or officials, and this was a learning environment for our team right now and see how we played together. Obviously, the first game, to be honest with you, a few of the shots went in and everything looked a little bit better. I thought we competed hard yesterday, although offensively we struggled at times. And those offensive struggles continued today. Zaire in particular, he's going to learn. He's going to learn quickly about the physicality of the college game and just the nuances that we can help him with as well. I think he will have a ton of success. I know he's eager and willing to grow and learn, and we're going to help him do that.
Coach, a simple question, probably not a very simple answer as of right now, given where everything that's happening back here in the Bay Area and Santa Clara County. What's next? What do the next few days look like for you guys? Great question. I don't have an answer yet. We're going to go back to the hotel right now and feed the guys and continue developing our game plan. I'm hoping that we have something more concrete. I don't think anything's really going to be in concrete for a while now. So maybe in pencil, we'll have something more in pencil coming up, but hopefully we can have that answer to you soon, but not yet.
Hey,
Coach, when you look at Trace Jackson Davis from Indiana, just what stands out to you about him the most?
Yeah, it's hard to say one thing. I mean, his physicality, his ability to impose his physical will on us was certainly stood out. Obviously, they dominated the game from the inside out. We knew that was their game plan. For a while, we did a nice job. After the first 4 or 5 minutes, we executed a little bit better once we kind of saw it firsthand, but it put us in a hole that we weren't able to come out. But he's just a physical specimen that we weren't able to combat. I thought James Keefe did a nice job for a while, but over the course of the game, we were not able to stop.
Coach, can you give us an update on Jaden's status, and then also just Bryce, who looked like he had his usual real rough time out there just physically?
Yeah, Bryce was an absolute warrior. I mean, he was pretty banged up for the last couple games. Never in doubt in terms of him wanting to be out there. He fought through it, but obviously it impacted him. He was struggling walking yesterday and today, but certainly competed like a warrior, and very impressed with that. Jaden wants to play. He wants to get out there. The timeline is going to be a day-to-day type thing, but I am hopeful that he'll be back soon.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.